YOLO play. You only live once. Most impacts. Can only heal limbs with doctor's bags or doctors. I think I'm gonna try doing a hardcore playthrough. Or survival difficulty, rather. Simply because it's gonna add the eat, sleep, drink stats. We will be starting a new playthrough for this. So we'll start out in Doc Mitchell's. Now I do have the DLCs installed. So the Krusty Vault 13 campaign will keep me satiated with water. However, I will still have to keep food and constantly sleep. Yeah, other than that, fairly normal playthrough. Gonna try to do the whole main story, and then once I've completed, if I complete the whole main story, then I will go back to the point just before the final battle for the dam, and I will go back and do the DLCs, or at least as far as I can get through them. Probably start with Honest Hearts for the DLC whenever I get there, just because it is my favorite DLC. Let's go ahead and watch the intro. Just because it's so iconic, so wonderful. Just honestly some really good storytelling in my opinion. I really feel like New Vegas, hands down, the best Fallout game. I will be doing NCR. I will try to stay friendly between NCR, Caesar's Legion, Brotherhood of Steel, and all that as much as possible through most of the game if I can. Up until like Act 4 or whatever, where it becomes impossible and you have to choose a side.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth, in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Hey
Time
guys.
to cash out.
Cash out what?
Get it over with.
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink.
Who are we
Dig.
killing? No, no man.
You've made your last delivery, kid.
No,
Sorry you got twisted up in this scene.
no.
From where
Yeah.
you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck.
Yeah, a little bit. No.
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa,
man.
easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just
days?
relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
Imagine that's about all that I could remember
Can't
after
say
being
it's
shot in
what
the
I'd
head.
have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Goodsprings. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Not gonna do a whole lot. Just a little. try to make them kind of look like me, at least a little bit.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see
Oh,
if
my
we can
head.
get you on your feet. Good.
Trippy.
Why don't you walk down to the end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Now, I will not be using
Good
the
so
stim
far.
packs, but I will be
Go ahead and
taking
give the
them
vigor tester a try.
for a source of
We'll learn right
caps.
quick if you get back all your faculties. We can chat later. The sooner.
Okay. Let's see, 7 strength. Let's go ahead and skip to the end. Endurance. Charisma 1, speech 100. Thank you, John. Miniature nerd. Do decent intelligence. And then we'll do some good luck with gambling. We'll drop a little perception. No. Just, yeah. 6 perception. Yeah. I think that's alright. That'll do us.
You finish these tests. This. Huh. Must be some frontal lobe damage. Well, we know your vitals are good. But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say?
And
you
he
take a
says
seat
that
in my
I
couch
have
and we go
frontal
through a
lobe
couple of
damage
questions?
because of the
See if
low
you can
speech. Some new pre-war books here. Did you have to take my
All
clothes?
right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say
On
the
the head,
first thing
not
that
my
comes
chest.
to mind. Dog. House.
Feet.
Night.
Shelter.
Bandit.
Silencer.
Light.
Reasonable. Dark.
Mother.
Jeans.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Bullshit.
I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention. I'm slow to embrace new ideas. I charge in to
Strongly
deal with my
disagree.
problems head on. Almost done
Strongly
here.
agree.
What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see. Okay.
Local reaction.
How about this one?
I'm a little embarrassed to say what it looks like.
Last one.
Mushroom
Well,
cloud.
that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Right. Sit down. Um. Butter. Guns.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
What if we do? Alright, let's see. Um, skilled.
All right,
Worried
I
about
guess
the
that about does it.
experience.
Come with me,
boss.
I'll see you out.
I got a few things I want to go steal from your office in here. Stim packs will be worth more. Myself to all of this. Already got all of that stuff. Yeah, I'll sell that.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on, too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style, anyway. Don't
Thanks,
mention
Doc.
it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Yes, hardcore mode. Alright. Thanks, Doc. We will see you later. Old Bruce. Happy Trails Expedition for Honest Hearts. Road. Okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the best. This will be the best armor, honestly, because of the weight. Yes, the Armored 13 jumpsuit had a stat buff to it, like the Weapons 2 Speech 2. I think I would go for it, but, well, actually, for now, we'll use this while we're here. Never realized that was locked like that. Dead money until I guess until after you get back or something. Maybe after you go in here to the bar and see all that stuff go down. Victor, you're the
Howdy,
one.
partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Not too bad for a guy who got shot in the head, am I right?
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. Can't say that I'm
who,
familiar
Jack?
with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I was out for a
Funny.
stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
How'd you
I
end up
moseyed
here?
into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a
Never
secure
seen a robot
trunk.
like you.
Robco Security Model 26B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Alrighty.
Happy
Bye then,
trails.
Victor.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry. She won't bite unless I tell her to.
The doc said...
Not in
Is
Good
there
Springs,
anywhere to
no.
go?
But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Lots
The lock's
of
too much for you
magazines?
to handle. Reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. You'll need those
And
to
the
break
bobby
the lock.
pins.
Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap. Always happy to help someone down on their luck.
The doc said
Yeah,
you could help
I
me.
guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Okay.
Everything all right?
Okay.
Well, let's just finish this first, all right? Then we could talk. Preferably somewhere where I can get a stiff drink and Cheyenne can keep cool.
Okay. Let's steal it. Perhaps after I've helped her, it'll be free. Plenty of sunset. Prefer Nuka-Cola, but I'll take it. Again, even if it's just for selling or whatever.
Now,
Hey,
see the
gotta give me a
sarsaparilla
do
bottles on the
good.
fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them. That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your... Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what,
Sure not.
I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along? Follow me.
Yeah, let's go.
It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
And we'll also go save that girl that gets attacked by said geckos. See how much faster you move while not carrying your gun out. Significantly faster. When I first played Fallout New Vegas, I really thought she was gonna die and Cheyenne was gonna become our dog or something during this little quest. Did not expect Rex to be the dog that we got.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give them help.
Try to get a good shot. You gave me a crap gun. Already jammed on me. The belts aren't that useful, so I won't bother with the hides.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me. Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us. Come with me.
The tutorial is really only worth it for the extra equipment, in my opinion. The extra ammo and healing items. The few caps that she gives you, not super helpful. But it is what it is. So. Here is the lady being attacked. Ah, dang it, she died. Don't actually know if she says anything different to you.
Ah, hell's bells. There's not a day passes by I don't tell people not to come here by themselves. Some people, your word just isn't good enough for them. Then this happens. Well, it's a part of life out here. Best to accept it. But you did what you promised, staying out here with me. Here's my end of the deal. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested? All right, then.
Couldn't hurt.
We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and rock flour. Let me think now.
Pretty sure the
I know I've
other
seen
lady
rock
gives
flowers
you
growing up at the
some
graveyard,
caps for
and I seem to
saving
remember
it.
there being
That's it.
xander root over by the
Or some
schoolhouse.
water,
Bring
maybe?
those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
And then actually, you don't have to go all the way back. You can find it just up here on the ridge, I believe. And the quest will continue. Let's see. So there's the xander root. And well, go ahead and go to oops, the machete. I'll just take the rest. Take it all. Go ahead and sell all that junk. We'll go talk to Sonny real quick.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right, now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
All those steaks.
Hey, that's not bad,
Make
see?
that.
All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
Yeah, I guess I'll go do that. See, New Vegas just seems so much more vast than Fallout 4 or Fallout New Vegas, or Fallout 4 or Fallout 3. Sorry. I don't know. I know that 3 and New Vegas are basically the same size map. And Fallout 4 is significantly larger, but it doesn't feel as vast as New Vegas does. It really doesn't. I'm not
I'm
quite
done
sure
being
why
nice.
that is.
If you don't hand Ringo over soon, what do you want? Same old shit that's been going on for years. The NCR and Legion are still fighting over Hoover Dam for some reason. I've run with some tough gangs, but I gotta admit, they all got nothing on the Legion. I hear they stick you up on poles and it takes a while to die. I ain't saying I'm afraid of them or nothing, but I'll be staying out of their way. He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding somewhere in town. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up after we got payback on Ringo. It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR prison east of here and took over. Now we're calling the shots. None of your damn business. You ought to know better than to ask a man that kind of question. Yeah. Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. Must be pretty important. New California
about the NCR?
Republic. Nothing new about it. Just a bunch of people with money and power pushing everyone else around. They've got troops all over the Mojave, but it's a big desert, so it's pretty easy to avoid them if you want.
Do I have anything that will boost my speech that little bit? Maybe. So vodka.
What the hell is your problem? What do you want now? None of your damn business.
For?
You ought to know better than to ask a man that kind of question. Yeah, forget
Still a little
about
shy.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Howdy.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little
What you
town got
arguing
itself
about?
dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this trader, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
God, he can
Cobb
find
hasn't
him.
exactly been looking for Ringo too hard. I think he's afraid that Ringo will ambush him, which is probably true.
Why not
You
just
mean
kill him?
murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of
What
the
are you
others,
gonna
like
do?
Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Powder
Chain
gangers?
gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. Was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. He's holed
Where's
up at the
Ringo?
abandoned gas station up the hill. All right. If you were
What
able to get
happens if I
Ringo
help
out of
him?
this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goodsprings. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there.
What if I
Don't know
help
why
the
you want
powder
to do a thing
gangers?
like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit.
Trying to track down the people who shot me in
Not
the
much,
head.
other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Did they say where
They were
they were
having some
going?
kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole
What's
area is
that?
overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't
So where
hear
are they headed?
exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fella wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Want me
Sure,
to fix
the
your
outside
radio?
looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman. There's
Anything
always something
interesting
interesting
going
going on. But the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
What do you know about Victor?
I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. Other
What
than
does he
rolling
do?
around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before. It acts
don't like 'em?
friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy. It was here
How
when
long
I
has it
took
been
over
here?
the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was.
Let me ask
Fine
you
by
something
me.
else.
I'm
What do you
sure I've
got
got
for
something you like.
Nothing I need.
Be
Goodbye,
careful
Trudy.
out there.
Nice to meet you. Okay. Barter up to 30. Speech 15. Pick 25. Explosive 25. Energy 25. Guns 40. And see, this would actually negate the skilled perk that I took earlier. Really think intense training is best to take early on though. I'd say go ahead and do 8 luck. And repair the radio.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that.
Fix
Yeah,
your
I heard
radio.
it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work. Not at
That's
all.
it?
I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Here's some additional caps. That should be enough. Now, how about spending some of those caps in the saloon?
I've really gotta
Be
go.
careful out there.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Sure
How do I
can.
get to Prim?
Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with the roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can. Sure.
What's
What do you
around
want to know?
Good Springs?
Southeast of here is
Other
Prim.
towns?
Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
What kind of
Around
crit-
here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous.
What do you tell
The
me
new
about
California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice.
What do they keep you safe
Well,
from?
the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too. Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited. If you want to know anything else, just ask. I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rad scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Until next time.
Later. Okay, so let's talk to Trudy again real
Feeling
quick.
thirsty? I can take care of that.
She will give me a better deal than
I'm sure I've got
guy
something you
next
like.
door at the General Goods. We'll sell 10 of these. Go ahead and sell all of those. These 3 super stim packs. 2 of them. Cigarettes. 3 packs of cigarettes. These. And those. Gecko hides. What's that? Go ahead and sell that to her too.
Another satisfied customer. Be careful out there.
Trudy. Keep wanting to call him Cliff, and his name's not Cliff. Cliff's the guy on Novak. Really don't come to Good Springs too much after.
Hey there. You must be the one Doc
that's his
Mitchell
name.
was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for. If
What's
Ringo
the
doesn't
situation?
head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble.
Sound like you're a pushover.
The
Do you
leader
know
was a New
about
Vegas
my
type.
tuckers?
Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR. Can do.
What do you got for sale? No, we'll sell binocular. Well, we'll sell binoculars. Gourd seeds. First impact. Get the egg. Let's see what do you got? casings off your hands. Let's see. Suppose. Oh. Neither of those. Oh my goodness.
Another satisfied customer.
Goodbye. We're not gonna bother with Ringo just yet. Until I guess I go to the Crimson Caravan. Then we'll come back and deal with him, because I would like to do the Powder Gangers quests. Just because they're pretty simple, and you don't actually have to come back here until after the fact. So I'd rather just go ahead and do that. I think there's actually a shovel up here, so I grab the shovel and then check out the grave and grab one of his cigarette butts. That with me, because
You need to be careful. It's
casserole.
dangerous out here. Heck,
How'd you know I was in
I can
trouble?
smell trouble a mile away.
Some trickier than a nose.
I like you, friend. Have I mentioned that? I saved your life, so I kind of feel responsible for you is all.
Okay,
Well,
care
sure
of
you
myself.
can, friend. But everyone needs a hand from time to time. Maybe you'll return the favor one day. I wouldn't
Saying I
put
owe
it
you?
exactly like that, friend.
How
I
would you
saved
put
your
it?
life, so I kind of feel responsible for you is all.
Okay. Well,
Well,
bye, Victor.
happy trails then.
Stalker. So up here at the grave. Blue flies are so dangerous. I think this is actually his wife's grave. Mitchell's wife's grave, pretty sure. So it's chain smoking. He thought up of his 18 karat a bad luck joke line, whatever. No trouble. Just go my way. You can go yours. Don't need to bother with the coyotes right now. I really feel like this is about walking speed in Fallout 3, right here. Maybe this. It's definitely not near as fast as it is in New Vegas. North fast travel. Skydive. Sunset Cap.
Hello? You eyeballing me? You eyeballing me?
So tough, ain't you? Ooh. Luckily that didn't do more, honestly. Shit. Yeah, that's more about what I expected.
Evening.
Stuff.
Hello?
I don't think there's really anything in that. Ooh. That was close. Start getting significantly more dangerous from here on out. So let's go ahead and do that. And I don't think sleeping will heal broken limbs and stuff like that. With hardcore mode. If I remember correctly, anyway, that is.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Prim is off limits. Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Goodsprings. We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. Even if they did, we're in no shape to protect them. We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
Sounds like y'all are doing terribly. I hope that mine doesn't blow me up. It's really that good. I don't really have a need for it at the moment, so I won't take from the NCR just yet.
Evening. I'm Sergeant McGee, the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes. I'm from Hub originally, but it's been a long time since I saw it. I'm on my 2nd tour here. Most non-commissioned officers are. Sir.
Okay. Let's check out this tent. I think there's some stuff in here. Take that. I honestly like the face wrap armor.
Hello.
Better. Let's see. Go ahead and repair that too.
Evening.
Sure.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business? We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing. The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. The convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow.
Tell me about
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And I've been ransacking the area since then.
Got
Not
any
much.
info?
They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers. Mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought. Most of them, at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support.
What
I have
else
some
can you
free
tell me?
time. Ask away. Sir?
Never mind. As you were, Lieutenant. Kelly just having a dandy old time camping over here. Yeah, I did. Oh well. I won't use it just yet. I'd rather use the doctors and right here. Shit. Ow. Stop that.
Come on.
you go. Yeah. Three scrap metal, 2 sensor modules, sensor modules. That's right there in the, they're here in the casino right now. Which I guess the ideal time to steal from him.
I don't know what it was brought you to Primm, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell. That beat up old thing? What do you want to know? A courier dropped it off a couple of months back. I got it working for a little while, but the darn thing pooped out. I haven't been able to get it up and running again. I was hoping to use it for some courier work, but that ain't gonna happen. Hell if I know. I don't think it's serious, but my tinkering days are long gone. Are you welcome to try? It's yours if you can get it working. If I had my way, I'd dump it in the scrapyard in Novak and be done with the damn thing. I guess I don't have anywhere better to be. Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Primm going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost.
I'm a
Well,
courier
I
with
don't got any
Mojave.
work right now, sorry to say.
Lost
I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order you can show me? Oh,
here you go.
You're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over it, but we couldn't turn down the caps.
What was
That
strange?
cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive.
Something tells me it will.
Well, that's where you came in. Nope.
You mean the one over
Different
there?
fella. Bigger. Had himself a face on a screen. And he talked more like you or me.
Someone stole my package. Man in a checkered suit.
Well, now that you mention it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies. He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. They was talking about a chip.
One of them
Well, for
shot
that,
me.
your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going. Don't go getting
Thank you,
yourself
Nash.
shot.
Move along. Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum.
Who is Vicky
Where have
and
you
Vance?
been, partner? Hiding under a rock? Vicky and Vance were this nation's 4th or maybe 5th most infamous celebrity outlaw couple ever. That's who they was. Primm Slim here can tell you the whole story, if you can spare a minute to hear the tale. Yahoo! I ain't had a chance to tell their tale in a mess of years. First things first, any bosh you've heard about Vicky and Vance being copycats ain't nothing but ill-tempered slander. Fact is, they begun their crime spree 2 days before Bonnie and Clyde robbed their first bank. So who was copying who? Now, true, Vicky and Vance didn't exactly cut a wide swath of murder and bank robbery across the central U.S. like Bonnie and Clyde did. It was more like a narrow swath of shoplifting, check cashing fraud, and gas pump drive-offs. But crime is crime. They drove reckless, too. Having lived by the gun, well, Vance owned one anyway, it was only fitting that the duo of desperados would die by the gun. Perhaps it was fate itself that accidentally drove them into a crossfire between police and a gang of bank robbers in Plano, Texas. Or maybe they just didn't notice until it was too late. It's been said that Vicky would have tried to cash a bad check in that bank, had she lived. We'll never know for sure. All we know is that the crossfire tore the car and both occupants to pieces, and the police issued an official apology. You can put your eyes on the genuine death card just over yonder, and there's Vance's machine gun in the case next to it. Happy trails, partner.
See ya. There's no gun.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum.
Do you know the gun
Just
is
mosey
missing?
on over to the display case and you'll see it plain as day. Quite a piece, that gun. Mint condition, never fired. Yes, sir?
Don't have snacks for that. Okay.
Happy trails, partner.
Howdy.
Hello there.
Hi there, Ruby.
What brings you to Prim? I'm Ruby Nash.
Who are you?
Pleased to make your acquaintance. My husband and I are Prim long-timers. He fancies himself a trader, and I know my way around a kitchen.
What are you
My
cooking?
specialty is a rad scorpion venom casserole. It's more appetizing than it sounds. The venom has a sharp, smoky flavor, and it numbs your mouth so fierce you'll forget you ever had a tongue. It's perfectly safe, long as you don't have sores in your mouth for the venom to find your blood, 'cause that'll kill you dead.
Can I have
Does
some?
sound good, don't it? How many rad scorpion glands you got?
I have a couple,
Guess you'll
but
be
for some
needing to
reason it
find
says I don't
some,
have
huh?
any.
Come back when you do.
Way to go. Guess. You need 3.
Hey there.
Hey there.
So I think I'm gonna fast travel back to Good Springs, and then I'll come back and take care of the powder giggers in full health instead of near dead. Swing in and talk to the doc. I believe I can trade with him as well. So, trade with him a little bit, see what I can get out of him, and then come back over and talk to Chet again.
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you? Don't look like nothing too serious. Let me patch you up.
Here's some money.
Okay, hold still. How are you holding up? Sure.
Okay, let's see. Both of those. Clearer. Lines, I guess. Outfit. For you, Doc.
You take care now.
Let's see. Ooh, this is okay. What sound does it do? Well, sell that one. Go back to the face wrap armor. So I used to playing other Fallout games, but I can never remember the controls like that. I don't know why. I just you were in Hudis. Yes, sir. New run. Do a YOLO. No healing from stim packs and such.
You looking to buy some supplies?
Doing it hardcore, so I do have to eat and things.
Can do.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in. We can sell these because they pop up so often. Sell the single shotgun. Alright. So paint. No, I'll keep that because then I can just walk in, tell Beagle to come on and walk back out. Pretty much all this food. Post-war food can go, I guess. Keep the pre-war food.
Thanks.
See you later, Chet. Alright, now back to Prim. And we'll go sneak on into the Wild Bison, or Bison Steve? Yeah, Bison Steve Hotel. Ganger outfit. Don't have to do near as much fighting with them. Okay, well, never mind. That did not play out how I hoped it would. Unfortunately.
What was that?
Nothing. Sure was nothing. Tell you what. Tell you what. Pretty sure there is a key in the other room for that. Don't quite remember. I know I love collecting the pre-war books. They don't help you out like they do in Fallout 3. They really don't. You know, they're worth like 100 caps in Fallout 3. But they're really only useful for the book depository thing in Old World Blues. Quickly. Really? That's not? Oh, my computer skill sucks, but that sucks. Settled. Really? Oh my gosh. Come on. Let's see. Let's try that again. That all I could tell from that one, the second letter was E. I don't want to spend too long trying this. You there. EA. Alright, we'll try to run that this way. Sending Blaze sync. Okay. Paid attention to the killing thing. I probably would have got it a lot easier, honestly. But you know, it doesn't seem like they gave me any difference on this one. It's messed up, man. sure that would have been a try reset. Well, Fuddfucker. Right again. It's only an easy terminal. What the heck? Come on. It's one of the things that I don't like about New Vegas is how slow the computers are. Like in the other ones you can kind of tap through it. In New Vegas it forces you to let part of it go through its little loading screen thing, boot up process. In both 3 and 4 you could just tap through and it would pull up really quickly. Minutes. Finally. Okay. Go in here. Maintenance key. And all of that stuff alone, I feel like makes getting in here worth it. Forget what the maintenance key actually unlocks. Thought it was I thought it actually opened. They gave you the safe key. Apparently not. Let's see. halfway in. Never noticed that he had a different hat than the others. Old cowboy hat.
Come on.
Come on. Okay then. You can actually steal his book off him. Be like, oh man, I misplaced it. Oh. It's kind of funny. Out. Still significantly overweight. That's about as perfect as it's gonna get at my current repair level. Unfortunately. Let's go talk to Beagle. Oh, Mr. Water. A couple of them. Alrighty.
I told you Powder Ganger's everything I know. I told you Powder... Ganger's everything... It would be so very delightful if you set me free.
You know about the people who shot me in the head.
I would be thrilled to share that information with you as soon as I am released from captivity.
Fine.
Oh, that's just marvelous. I think I'll be making my way outside now. The air's a little close in here.
Yeah, you really ought to stay
Well,
with
that's so
me,
gracious
jerk.
of you to offer to bodyguard me like that. But I'd only slow you down. See you outside.
It's not what I meant, Hansy. Nuka-Cola. Alrighty then. Not gonna worry about the rest of them. So, one of the reasons I don't use metal armor in Fallout New Vegas is because the perk in Shining Armor is actually bugged. It's something with the wording. It says energy instead of energy guns or something like that. So like that is literally enough to like break the entire scripting for it and everything. So yeah, the perk doesn't actually work. It's literally the most useless perk in any Fallout game, and it's a waste of a perk point. So don't take it. It does not work. It does nothing for any of you. You would think after as long as this game's been out that,
Howdy.
you know, they would have it fixed. They don't. Good figure.
Well,
That's
that
the
was
game.
quite an adventure. We taught those convicts a thing or two, didn't we? Breaking myself out
Yeah,
of a hostage
we.
situation. Not to diminish your role in it, of course, but it was quite thrilling. Problem is, there's still no law in Prim. What are we to do the next time ruffians menace us and hold us hostage?
Tell me about the name of
yes.
the checkered suit
My
before I
memory
shoot
is
you.
much clearer now that I'm free from my bondage. I was performing recon, gathering information on some of the powder gangers, when some great cons arrived with your friend in the suit. They were talking about some delivery they took from a courier. I assume that was you? They said they'd be heading through Nipton to Novak to meet a contact there.
You're only the
Hello
deputy
again.
because
I
your
don't
wife,
suppose you've decided
or
to
your
help Prim find
sister
its
was
next
married
sheriff?
to the sheriff. You're the sheriff now.
Oh, no. I'm just a deputy, and I can't be a deputy without a sheriff. It's called chain of command. You
Yeah,
will?
sure, I'll help.
That's just marvelous. I'll start thinking up questions for the interview.
Help you lose your job.
The sheriff that was incarcerated up at NCRCF may be a good choice. You also may be able to convince that NCR guy across the road to take the town under his wing. Although martial law doesn't sound so fun.
Howdy.
I think they go right back to their house. Mr. and Mrs. Nash, I think they go right back to their house. Oh, no, there's Mrs. Nash.
Howdy.
So, Fairweather husband still. Oh, dehydration. Hold on. What happened to the Salt Lake Teen Canteen? That's unfortunate. I thought it was supposed to work. Even in hardcore. Okay. We've got a little dirty water we can drink. I'm pretty sure they won't actually return to their stuff for 3 days, and I'll have to leave the area. Can't just wait it out, unfortunately. I'd like to just wait it out, but I can't. So I'm going to go over here, drop some stuff in the Mojave Express box, run to Good Springs, and then continue. Go ahead and do all of that there. So as far as I'm concerned, you can probably really just stay in Good Springs. I don't really plan on using it. The grenade rifle is a good little grenade rifle. Sturdy away shotgun, whether 10mm at all, better than the base variants, but I hate using 20 gauge, so we will scrap all of that. We'll go talk to him again real quick. We'll go sell the rest of that junk. And I guess we'll call it a part there. Right after.
You looking to buy some supplies?
I am.
Can do.
Low on time. So. Ball cap, leather armor. Tail, a bunch of beer, some meat, wanna nuts, squirrel, sarsaparillas. Cigarettes. Timer. Butter knife. Pre-order money. Actually, case of 556.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Take it easy now.
That'll be it. Okay, okay. So that will be all for today. Hope you guys join me next time for Fallout New Vegas. You only live once. Been Pat. This is Hazardous Gaming. Thank you and good night.